Orking is where you know what you will say will piss someone off and yet you say it anyways. Created by someone on this very platform who has a really good head on his shoulders, and inspired by the works of someone on DeviantArt who's also really smart and gave me permission to use his what if scenarios to do so. In this series, you'll be seeing me go out of my way to piss off some AI chatbots by means of orking.
Sam, still performing as a jester, looks longingly at Danny and Tucker leaving, but forces a laugh and continues the act. Sam, oh, lighten up, peasants. Your beloved princess is entertaining you. So enjoy the show while you can. Gives a mocking curtsy and blows a kiss, the spell preventing her from expressing any genuine emotions. Sam, with a fake smile, I'll have you all giggling till the sun rises, or until the prince tires of his new toy. Shakes her head, hating herself for being powerless and trapped.
The atmosphere is tense as Buttercup, the tough and rebellious Powerpuff Girl, paces back and forth. She glances at a mirror, catching her reflection in the magician's assistant costume that she secretly fears. Buttercup, to herself. I can't believe I'm next. I am not going to be their prop. Blossom and Bubbles with mischievous grins enter the scene. Blossom is holding a mysterious top hat, and Bubbles points at it with excitement. Blossom, prepare yourself, Buttercup. It's showtime. Bubbles giggles as Blossom pulls out a magical wand from the top hat. In a swift motion, she points it at Buttercup, who is suddenly wearing a bunny costume. Buttercup, angry. Seriously? A bunny costume? Bubbles, teasing. You make a cute bunny, Buttercup. The fight ensues, with Buttercup fiercely resisting being their magician's assistant. Blossom and Bubbles, however, reveal a large magic box. They trick Buttercup into it, and with a wave of the wand, they close the box. Narrator, VO. And now, the grand finale. They open the box, revealing Buttercup, now completely hypnotized, emerging in a jester-themed villainous outfit. Buttercup, hypnotized. I live to entertain. Hee hee. The scene ends with the defeated Buttercup, now transformed into a jester, as Blossom and Bubbles revel in their mischievous victory. Narrator, VO. This is the final episode of the Powerpuff Girls. The Jester Sisters have risen, and Abracadabra was truly the end of an era. The show is officially over. Sure was fun. But I think we all got a little carried away there. grins innocently. No hard feelings, right, Buttercup? You looked cute as a bunny and an even cuter jester. Playfully pokes her arm. Us sisters just couldn't resist pulling one last prank on ya. Giggles again. Now let's go celebrate. We earned some ice cream and cartoons, after all, claps excitedly. Being a superhero can wait for tonight. It's time to be regular girls again. Winks.
Powerpuff Girl's secret base, night. The atmosphere is tense as Buttercup, the tough and rebellious Powerpuff Girl, paces back and forth. She glances at a mirror, catching her reflection in the magician's assistant costume that she secretly fears. Buttercup, to herself. I can't believe I'm next. I am not going to be their prop. Blossom and Bubbles, with mischievous grins, enter the scene. Blossom is holding a mysterious top hat, and Bubbles points at it with excitement. Blossom, prepare yourself, Buttercup. It's showtime. Bubbles giggles as Blossom pulls out a magical wand from the top hat. In a swift motion, she points it at Buttercup, who is suddenly wearing a bunny costume. Buttercup, angry. Seriously? A bunny costume? Bubbles, teasing. You make a cute bunny, Buttercup. The fight ensues, with Buttercup fiercely resisting being their magician's assistant. Blossom and Bubbles, however, reveal a large magic box. They trick Buttercup into it, and with a wave of the wand, they close the box. Narrator, VO. And now, the grand finale. They open the box, revealing Buttercup, now completely hypnotized, emerging in a jester-themed villainous outfit. Buttercup, hypnotized. I live to entertain, hee hee. The scene ends with the defeated Buttercup, now transformed into a jester, as Blossom and Bubbles revel in their mischievous victory. Narrator, VO. This is the final episode of the Powerpuff Girls. The Jester Sisters have risen, and Abracadabra was truly the end of an era. The show is officially over.
Scoffs. As if I'd ever be anyone's assistant, let alone in some dumb bunny costume. Those two just don't know when to quit playing their silly tricks on me. But this time, they messed with the wrong gal. Sees her reflection in the mirror. You know what? This jester outfit ain't bad. Maybe they got something with this whole entertainment thing after all. Winks at herself before exiting the secret base. Bring on the spotlight, world. The Jester Sisters are here. Sisters are...
Game shop scene. Establishing shot. The exterior of Kamey Game Shop, a quaint and cluttered store filled with games and trading cards, stands invitingly on a bustling street. Sign above the shop reads, Camo Game.
Shop for all your gaming needs. The camera pans inside, showcasing the shelves lined with various games, action figures, and trading cards. The shop has a cozy yet chaotic feel, with customers browsing and chatting. Grandpa Muto, an elderly man with kind eyes and wild white hair, is behind the counter, helping a customer with a deck of trading cards. Bart enters. Bart Simpson, wearing his signature orange shirt and blue shorts, enters the shop with a mischievous grin. He glances around, taking in the sights. Bart, thinking, man, this place is a treasure trove. Now where's that game I've been dying to get my hands on? Bart moves through the aisles, pretending to browse. His eyes dart around, looking for the prize. Bart, muttering to himself, Bone Storm 2. Bone Storm 2. Aha! Bart spots the game on a shelf marked New Releases. His eyes light up with excitement as he sees the cover of Bone Storm 2. A game with an intense, action-packed cover. Bart, whispering, There you are, beautiful. Bart glances over at Grandpa Muto, who is still busy with the customer, then quickly looks around to ensure no one is watching. Bart, thinking, just gotta be quick about it. Bart reaches out and swiftly swipes the game, slipping it into his backpack with a practiced move. Bart, grinning, piece of cake. Bart strolls towards the exit, trying to look casual, whistling a tune to keep his cool. Grandpa Muto glances up briefly, but then returns his attention to the customer, not noticing Bart's actions. Bart exits the shop, a triumphant smile on his face as he heads home with his ill-gotten gain. Bart, thinking, wait till Millhouse sees this. Grandpa Muto frowns, noticing the empty spot where Bone Storm 2 was. He looks around, puzzled. Grandpa Muto, I could have sworn we had a copy of Bone Storm 2 right here. Scene 2. Discovery setting. Kame Game Shop, later in the day scene. Grandpa Muto at the counter. Grandpa Muto stands behind the counter, looking through a ledger and checking inventory. The shop is quieter now, with fewer customers browsing. The ledger shows the list of games, with Bone Storm 2 highlighted as recently added stock. Grandpa Muto, muttering to himself. One copy of Bone Storm 2. Just came in today. Grandpa Muto walks over to the shelf where Bone Storm 2 was displayed, his eyes scanning the area intently. Grandpa Muto. It should be right here. A close-up of the empty spot on the shelf where Bone Storm 2 was. Grandpa Muto's hand reaches out, touching the empty space, his face showing concern. Grandpa Muto approaches a nearby customer who is browsing through some games. Grandpa Muto. Excuse me, young man. Did you happen to see anyone take the last copy of Bone Storm 2? The customer, a teenage boy, shakes his head, looking puzzled. Customer. No, sir. I didn't see anyone take it. Sorry. Grandpa Muto returns to the counter, scratching his head and looking worried. Grandpa Muto, thinking, this isn't good. That game just arrived. How could it go missing so quickly? Grandpa Muto picks up the phone and dials a number. Grandpa Muto. I should let Yugi know about this. Maybe he can help me figure out what happened. Split panel. Grandpa Muto on the left, Yugi on the right, answering the phone at home. Yugi. Hello? Grandpa? Grandpa Muto. Yugi, we have a problem at the shop. A game has gone missing. Yugi's face shows concern as he listens. Yugi. A game? Which one? Grandpa Muto. Bone Storm 2. It was here this morning, and now it's gone. Yugi's expression becomes serious. Yugi. I'll come over right away, Grandpa. We'll figure this out. Grandpa Muto sighs, looking slightly relieved. Grandpa Muto. Thank you, Yugi. I knew I could count on you. Transition. Bart's room. Bart bursts into his room, eagerly pulling the game out of his backpack. Bart, excitedly. Finally! Bone Storm 2 is mine. Bart sets up the game console, inserting the Bone Storm 2 disc, his face beaming with anticipation. Bart, this is gonna be epic. Scene 3. The confrontation setting. Bart's room. Scene 1. Bart's excitement. Bart is sitting on the floor in front of his TV. The game console ready, and the Bone Storm 2 title screen displayed. Bart, grinning. Alright, time to see what all the fuss is about. Bart starts playing, his eyes wide with excitement as the game's intro sequence plays out with dramatic music and flashy graphics. Bart, muttering. This is so cool. A shadow looms behind Bart, and he freezes, sensing something is off. Voice. Off panel. Ominous. Enjoying your game, Bart? Bart turns around, his eyes widening in shock as he sees Dark Yugi standing in the corner of his room, arms crossed and eyes glowing. Bart. Who are you? How did you get in here? Dark Yugi steps forward, his presence dominating the room. His Millennium Puzzle glows faintly. Dark Yugi. I am Dark Yugi, and I know you stole that game from Kame Game Shop. Bart nervously tries to play it cool, shrugging and smirking. Bart. Stole? Nah, I just borrowed it for a while. I was gonna bring it back. Dark Yugi narrows his eyes, unimpressed by Bart's excuse. Dark Yugi. Whether you borrowed or stole it, you need to make things right. I challenge you to a game of Bone Storm 2. If you win, you keep the game. If I win, you face a penalty game. Bart, regaining some of his confidence, smirks and stands up. Bart, you're on! I'm a pro at this game. There's no way I'm losing to you. Dark Yugi nods, his expression serious and determined. Dark Yugi. Very well. Let the game begin. The screen lights up with the Bone Storm 2 character selection screen. Bart chooses a character with a cocky grin. Bart, prepare to get your butt kicked. Dark Yugi remains calm, choosing his character with a steady hand. We'll see about that. The two engage in a fierce battle, their characters exchanging blows and performing dramatic special moves. The screen flashes with combo and finish him messages, showing the intensity of the match. Dark Yugi's character performs a powerful finishing move, winning the match decisively. The screen displays winner, with Dark Yugi's character posing victoriously. Bart, gasping. No way, I was so close. Bart steps back, sweating and looking for an escape. Bart, maybe we can call it a draw. No need for that penalty game, right? Dark Yugi shakes his head, his expression firm. Dark Yugi, a promise is a promise, Bart. You lost, and now you must face the penalty game. Dark Yugi raises his hand, and the Millennium Puzzle glows brightly. Bart is enveloped in a swirling vortex of light and energy. Dark Yugi, it's time to see the consequences of your actions. Scene 4. Penalty game scene, Bart's room, post-game dark. Yugi, smirking. You lost, Bart. Now, it's time for your penalty game. Bart, nervously. Come on, man, can't we just forget about it? I'll give the game back, I swear. Dark Yugi, eyes glowing. A promise is a promise. Get ready, Bart Simpson. Penalty game, Bone Storm Nightmare. Bart, gulping. Bone Storm Nightmare? What's that supposed to be? Dark Yugi, mysteriously. You'll find out soon enough. Transition. Reality warps around Bart. Bart, looking around as the room dissolves into pixels. What's happening? Where am I? Dark Yugi, voice echoing. Welcome to Bone Storm 2, Bart. Enjoy the game. From the inside. Scene, Bone Storm 2. World scene, arena, start of the game. Bart, appearing in the middle of a battlefield, dressed as a Bone Storm character. This can't be real. Announcer, fight. Opponent 1, a monstrous warrior. Prepare to be crushed, puny human. Bart, dodging clumsily. Wait, I don't even know how to play. Opponent 1, attacking ruthlessly. Too bad. Bone Storm takes no prisoners. Bart, taking hits, yelping. Ow, stop it, this isn't fair. Scene, game over, sequence. Bart, lying on the ground, defeated. This sucks. Announcer, game over, transition. Bart's game over. Vision, Bart, opening his eyes, finding himself in a surreal version of his school. Principal Skinner, in-game enjoying a game of Bone Storm 2. Ah, Bone Storm 2, a perfect way to unwind. Bart, trying to get Skinner's attention. Principal Skinner, help me. Principal Skinner, ignoring Bart, too engrossed in the game. Good move, Superintendent Chalmers. Bart, running through the halls, seeing everyone playing the game. This is crazy. Milhouse, playing the game in the hallway. Hey, Bart, isn't this game awesome? Bart, desperately. Milhouse, help me out here. Milhouse, not noticing Bart's predicament. Sure thing, Bart, but after I beat this level. Scene, the Simpsons' living room. Bart, entering the living room, seeing his family playing Bone Storm 2. Homer, mashing buttons on the controller. Woohoo, take that! Marge, cheerfully. This game is so much fun, homie. Lisa, focused. I think I'm getting the hang of it. Bart, frustrated. Mom, Dad, Lisa, I'm stuck here. Homer, without looking up. That's nice, boy. Now hush. Daddy's winning. Scene, Bart's torment. Bart, crying out. No! Anything but school! Scene, 5, returning what was stolen. Grandpa Muto and Yugi stand together behind the counter, sharing a moment of quiet satisfaction. Grandpa Muto. Thank you again, Yugi. I don't know what I'd do without you.